Good morning, everyone. This is the pre-market outlook discussion for the mid of this week. Today also going to be a crucial day to be a trend decider for the next two sessions at least. And even it may extend till Tuesday, the 14th of May 2026. Hope you all remember one thing that we have pronounced about a bounce back activities that could be in a fragile manner, like the fragile bounces would be there. That bounces should be utilized by the day traders. If you are a long builders, the positions can be reduced. The short builders can be initiated building shorts or buying put options near to the resistance we have mentioned in yesterday's trade. What happened yesterday? That was a clear proof. Yes, we can even show the Nifty chart and make you all remember or aware of the things what happened with an attempt of bouncing back. Even though the bounce happens yesterday, the overall tone for the market still under the control of bears only. It has to prove by the way of closing at least yesterday's high above. Even bare minimum, it has to hold yesterday's low without a single attempt of break. If it does so, we can expect some stability may be heading and the consolidation may be taking part, and that would be taking care of the volatility that to be reduced, and if and all favoring the trend means the bouncing or the recovery kind of actions can be seen only after these kind of confirmations. But if it breaks the low of yesterday's one, as a continuation basis, the trend would be looking to breach the level of 23,150 to 23,000 levels even. But for that, the conviction is not that much there for the selling side because of the exhaustive selling activities already witnessed on the charts for the Nifty. Because of the lack of follow-through selling actions in the yesterday's trend we have observed, that also have been predicted. We can expect a cautious but a consolidated based trend for the day, which may be making you all to feel tough about approaching the index, in particularly options traders, because of the options premium and all getting eaten or melting. One could not see a bigger gains in the option side if you are trying to approach, provided it will be consolidating between the mentioned range in the report, that was 23,300 and 23,500. Between this range, if the consolidation is taking place, one could not expect the option and options premium will be developing like. It should decisively give a break on either side to get the activity getting extended in terms of price actions and in terms of options premium in all the way. So we can now see what happened in yesterday's Nifty's move, how it has behaved, like that to the way of showing a chart on Nifty now. Kindly be online. This is what the Nifty is yesterday is based on the daily time frame. This is what the behavior it has shown. After the consecutive 4 sessions on the negative side with a bigger one on the day before yesterday, the market feeling the tiredness or fatigueness about the selling continuation. Because of that, it tried or attempted to bounce somewhat but the bounces and all got clearly rejected, and that went fragile even. Say for example, in the 15 minutes time frame, if you look or if you refer the behavior of the Nifty, see, this was the first 15-minute candle, and it went till making the day's low of 23,262 in the next immediate candle by the way of closing the first 15-minute candle's low, and afterwards it has tried to bounce back with an attempt of attracting the buying, but it could not make it happen in a successful way. But anyhow, with a short covering basis till 23,579, over 300 points of recovery from here to here happened. After making the low here at the 930 candle, till this point over 300 points, almost 1.3% of recovery kind of actions seen on the Nifty. Only because of the space analysis what we used to analyze whenever the continuous or single tracked market going continuously in a same trend where the space will be created, and for that space what may be happening can be easily predicted by us. So because of this kind of behavioral analysis and sub analytical theories, this space is now being in a wider way for the Nifty to show the bounce back activities. So if the bounce back and are expected to continue means, of course, there is a chance for bounce back is going to happen, even it is fragile. So the bounce back activities till the yesterday's resistance point getting touched should be happen. That will be in the opening session itself probably happening. If the yesterday's high getting broken, that is the way one can actually think of initiating the short position based on the sell on rise approach. And the long builders, luckily, if you have seen the break of yesterday's high and all happening on the chart for the Nifty, it would be prudent to reduce maximum long positions you have missed in the recent rally, and you can think of entering into the long again only after the confirmation of the important candidates levels we have provided. That was based on the yesterday's one and 6th of May's one, high and low, 29th April's high and low, 22nd April's high and low. So these all the dates are actually making importance about giving confirmation on the Nifty's buying reversal side. Until then, until it is closing, at least the recent day we have predicted as the Wednesday's one, yesterday's high and low, that should be respected by the way of closing above the level. So in that manner, if the Nifty's level and all yeah. So in that manner, if the Nifty's level and all actually getting breached the yesterday's high means the probability will be very much high for rising the further towards the zone of 23,600 to 23,700 probably happening today. So if the 23,700, that is the major support, major resistance as of now, that was acted as a major support because it was an interim behavior shift zone that has been taken into consideration in many occasions starting 2024 year, along with the core one of 24,700. So where 24,700 acted, the interim 23,700 also acted, and which is actually keep giving the impact in every rise and every fall. So in that manner, the 23,700 below market came and sustained for one day. As per our concept, the 23,700, if the consecutive 2 days happened a close above or below means the direction can be seen on the same way where the confirmation is provided. So in that manner, which is still being under the low point of 23,700 or under the value of 23,700, we can term it as. So as long as it is trading below to this particular zone, this 23,700 zone, so the probability will be very much higher for making an attempt as a bouncing activity, but the long trader should not believe that, should not trust on that particular bouncing back activities. It probably get, or it may get a chance for attracting the selling around this zone anywhere. So in case if it closes above 23,700, there you should get the signal for the upward continuation may be happening. If it's so, it also should prove by the way of closing consecutively 2 sessions above this 23,700. Where onwards you can see the recovery path will be getting strengthened and trying to approach this particular zone of 23,900 to 24,000 as a recovery based points. So this and all should be minded when you are going to approach the Nifty, even it is for day trading or the important one of positional way. So both kind of approaches should be respected by the way of the strategies and the levels we have provided and demonstrated now. So Nifty is probably getting selling attraction if it could not break and sustain above this particular zone of yesterday's high point, where you can build the short and you can enjoy the bigger gain by the way of patiently waiting. And based on today's first 15-minute high and low, you can also add that particular analysis to into taking your informed trading day decision. Based on the first 15-minute high and low, if it is actually trying to move above the first 15-minute high and low, we can assume that the trend will be attempting towards moving higher and reaching the yesterday's high. If the first 15-minute high and low once broken, it should not get broken the low of the same. If it is breaking the low, even though after breaking the high point, if it is breaking the low, where you can get the signal of the trend is turning during the day, so it would be probably get attracted by the selling, and the selling might be continuing towards making the new low for the day even. For that new low, you should maintain the 23,300 as the support point, and where it is actually getting the support means you can try to build the long positions by taking risk there. Only for the risk taking traders, one can follow the long build up around 23,300. But provided very strongly we can say that once this 23,300 zone getting broken in today's trade, it will be a serious issue for the Nifty that may be pulling the or dragging the Nifty to 23,100 level even for the day. So that's all for the Nifty based strategies, levels and approaches, how should you follow for the day. Based on the today's open, we can expect a decent higher opening, a marginally higher open can be expected on Nifty Sensex side. After opening, the trend would be acting volatile for the initial hours at least, because the volatility index also signaling the continuation or development on the volatility side still there. So if it is so, the first few hours may be getting a volatile trend between the range of 23,300 to 23,600. It is very tough to break the 23,600, even though it is breaking 23,700 as the very core. Also, our behaviorally interim shift zone is getting approached. It should decisively cross to prove that the market's behavior is turning bullish like. Until it is breaking 23,700, even though it is loitering anywhere between 23,600 to 700, the short positions can be built by the way of closely monitoring the behavior as we have demonstrated. The positional traders, even though it is actually trying to bounce back after the consecutive falls and all happened, it is not a signal for the recovery, it's a bounce only. So until otherwise, it is giving a confirmation by the way of closing above the 23,700 for consecutive 2 sessions. That too will not get a break below these 23,700 after it closes about 23,700 for the consecutive 2 sessions. Once it proves in the way, 24,000, 24,300 till the Nifty may be marching with an intention to bounce back or in the way of recovery. From the sectors front, we can concentrate today's major sectors, starting with the metal. As we used to say, the metal is always genius. In yesterday's trend, it acted opposite way and it tried to defend the fall, and it has acted as a defensive sector. Now and then, it happens on the chart for the metal sector. And with the ongoing political and geopolitical tensions between the global regions and the price actions on the metal side, global commodity price actions also factored in for the yesterday's metal movement. So in the way, the metal stocks probably continuing the trend, but not in the manner it has showed yesterday. So it may be slightly lower than the yesterday's trend. Anyhow, the positive trend will be there for the metal. And oil and gas and energy stocks, based on the crude oil's momentum and the global conditions, it is now boiling like anything, and the opportunities are risen for the oil producers and the oil marketing companies that are also based on the crude oil's settled or crude oil's correction price actions. It also getting an opportunity to move somewhat upside. But for the OMCs, we are advising to maintain a sell on rise strategy as of now. Then the automobile sector can be focused based on the results announcement already announced there for the Tata Motor passenger vehicle and the TVS Motor kind of stocks, which will be dominating the auto sector's trend today. Then the IT, very importantly, the IT sector, what we have predicted in a few months back, based on the close below 30,000, if it happens, the probability will be very much higher for the IT index to correct further like. Till now, the IT index, as per the analysis, after closing or breaking below, at least we can say that 30,000 as a level. Now it is trading near to the 23,300. From the 30,000 to 23,300, if you look back, how much the correction happened like. For an instance, 1 minute. Yeah, actually this IT index current value is 27,800 near it is trading. So after the break below 30,000 level, so it has almost corrected in terms of percentage. If you take, yes, it has almost corrected over 7%. What we have predicted, if it is closing below 30,000 for the IT index, the correction will be extending like. From that zone, it has corrected about to 7% till now. What we are actually conveying all after analyzing the IT sector currently, this day is going to act as the important one for the IT sector. Note down the current day's momentum and high and low for the IT sector. If it is holding today's high and low and moving above the high point in the consecutive sessions, if any there confirmed by the movement, we can see the sharp recovery on the IT companies till it is reaching 29,500 to 30,000. So almost 30,000 a year, the probability will be rising for bouncing back or recovering. So in that manner, IT stocks can be in focus. Then telecom industry will be in high focus for the day as the Bharti Airtel's results announced and Bharti Hexacom kind of companies also there. And based on the Vodafone ideas, the fundraising plan and the Birla Group's step into taking much care about the company's current position. In all the way, the Vodafone idea is getting a positive climate. Apart from that telecom one, the defense-oriented stocks may be in focus today, starting with the shipbuilders and Bharat Electronics, like the companies may be acting well. On the stocks front, the day traders can focus on Bharti Airtel based on results, Tata Motors, commercial vehicles based on results, TVS Motor based on results, Cipla, PFC, DLF, Tube Investments of India, Hindustan Petroleum, Keynes Technology, all based on the earnings outcome. In today's one, the companies which are all going to announce their March and quarter result includes that JSW Steel, Hindustan Aeronautics, Muthoot Finance, IRFC, Tata Motors, Passenger Vehicles, United Spirits, Hadco, Vishal Megamart, Voltas, Apollo Tyres, GMDC, and few more are there for today's quarterly earnings announcement. Following 6 stop loss is advised for all the traders in all the transactions for better risk and reward. Wishing everyone to have a rewarding day today, because today's one based on the yesterday's high and low or breakout of high or a breakdown of low will be giving a chance for getting the same direction on the trend, and the single tracked direction will be continued if the break happens on the either side. There the opportunities also arising. One can utilize that and make the money as well in a huge manner. Thank you for your participation in today's session. We'll be meeting again in tomorrow's one. Thank you. Bye-bye.